Bro, why you talk so much, bro? Bro, why you keep talking for? Why you always talking, bro? I don't get it. Am I supposed to like talk in sign language or some shit? So for today's video, I just wanted to look at injuries that kind of ruined a team's narrative or a team run to a championship. It happens a lot more than you think. Injuries that just happens in crucial moment, playoff, and it kind of shift the momentum from a team. It's sad. Injuries happens a lot in the NBA, and you know it's inevitable. But it's part of the game. It's part of the reason why players get paid so much to play the game and risk their body every time they step on a court. And with, you know, good and great players, even just role players that gets injured, it can literally change the whole momentum of a series. Not saying, you know, it would have been different. I'm saying it could have been different. So I don't want to hear you guys being mad in the comments saying, no, obviously they would have still. What I'm saying is these injuries could have changed stuff and make the series different. Before the video start, if you could drop a like for me, it would mean a lot to me. Statistics shows that when you ask for likes, they do like. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can. It will be on the screen. And I just made some new merch, new design. This shit is completely fire. I think I did 4 or 5 new designs. I think there's Kemba Walker, Paul George, Kawhi, and the Raptors winning a championship. There's a D Rose one, and there's a Curry one. So there's a lot of new. I think there's a Giannis.
No, dummy, there's no Giannis, but there's a Westbrook one though. That shit fire, no lie.
Y'all can go check it out. It's fire. I will make a video like around it, like show you the shirts in the future when I receive the shirts. But y'all can go check it out for right now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for showing so much support. Let's just get straight into the video.
When I die, put my money in a grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. Really just let everyone.
They tryna be crazy. They tryna be crazy. I'm on synthetic. They don't panic, kid, cut it. I smoke the kid, cut it. Shop and give a shit.
Okay, so for the first one, obviously we all seen it before. Derrick Rose in 2012 with the Bulls. They were playing the 76ers in the first round of Eastern Conference. Basically, Derrick Rose was in the game, a minute left in the game, up by more than 10 points. Probably should have never been in the game. So this was supposed to be just a warm-up for the Bulls during this playoff against the 76ers, because they had a lot of expectation. You know, losing the previous year against the Heat, the whole team was just getting a lot better. They finished first in the East with 50 wins. Remember, that was during the lockout season, so they only played, I think they played only 66 games, so 50 wins was a lot. Derrick Rose get injured in the first game and everything changed.
You bypass the harder team in Miami Heat. Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee and down. He was flying and he came down wrong on the left foot. Now whether it was an ankle or a knee, I do not know.
Yeah, it's before he comes down. It's the plant right there on that left leg.
There was some give on that knee, and you can see it.
This is a guy that...
How about one guy, one injury, changing everything?
Sixers goes on to win in 6th game in this series, and the Bulls gets eliminated. So yeah, we all know the rest of the story with Derrick Rose. It's extremely sad, but it's also a motivational story around his name, knowing what he did this year and all of that. And I'm a big Derrick Rose fan. I've started this channel around him, so all of this is just really motivating for not only athletes, but just people in general, kids that go through stuff. It tells you that you can't come back from it. So big shout out to D Rose. And that was the first one. Let's get to the second one. The second is Isaiah Thomas back in 2016. He played versus the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. We all know the Celtics were a crazy good team with Isaiah Thomas on the team. They would finish first in the East before the Cavs. So it was expected to be a good series. I think the Cavs were up 1-0, and it was the second game, and Isaiah Thomas kind of re-injured his hip and goes down and can't finish the rest of the series. That was, during the time where Isaiah kind of lost his sister and all of that. So it was an incredible, hard moment for him, and for him to go through all of that, it's insane. It's extremely sad, and we all know what happens after that. He gets traded and everything. So this is a sad story, but the whole series could have been different if it wasn't healthy Isaiah Thomas on the floor. That's all I'm gonna say. Isaiah Thomas has been insane. He was, MVP candidate during that year. So we never know what could have changed and what could have been different. But yeah, Cavs end up winning the series, I think, in 5 games. They pretty much destroyed the Celtics. So yeah, that's what happens. So for the third and fourth one, I have kind of combined 2 players. It's, goes in together. Kevin Love in the 2016-17 playoff against the Celtics. That was a year before the Isaiah Thomas injury, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin Love gets injured by Kelly Olynyk. We all have seen it. What the fuck was Olynyk doing? We never know. But kind of gets injured his shoulder and never come back from this injury throughout the whole rest of the playoff. So that was extremely big for the Cavs, considering he was their third best player on the team. So yeah, losing Kevin Love was extremely bad, and we all know what happens next. Kyrie Irving gets injured in the finals.
Falls down, hangs on, gets it to J.R. Smith. Can't hit the three. Green with another rebound. And Kyrie Irving is hurt, limping up the floor.
Playing against the Warriors, they managed to make it to the finals without K Love, but then it kind of get too hard without Kyrie or Kevin Love. We never know what could have been different. Remember, that was a team without Kevin Durant. It would have been a completely different story, probably. No, I'm not gonna say would have. I'm saying it could have been a completely different stories with Kyrie and Kevin Love on the floor, obviously. So yeah, we never know what could have happened. But yeah, that's basically the 2 injuries that are kind of related to each other. It kind of costed the Cavs a championship, maybe. We never know. I mean, shit, it would have been extremely hard for the Warriors beating the full Cavs team. So that's all I'm gonna say. So the 5th one is from the Rockets in 2016-17 as well. There was a lot of series between the Rockets and the Warriors in the past year. I think it was 3 or 4 years in a row they played each other, and the Warriors always beat them. But during that year, the Rockets finished 1st seed. The Rockets were extremely good. They had the momentum against the Warriors until that Chris Paul injury.
Rockets by 1. Shot clock to 5. Paul guarded by Cook. Paul on the spin. Rebound lead. 50 seconds to go. Touch by the Warriors.
They're going to have to take Chris Paul off of the court. Well, they might have to drag him because he's not going to come off the court. But he is hurt right now, limping, walking gingerly and slowly to the sideline.
Chris Paul gets injured at the end of the 4th quarter in the 5th game. Rockets managed to win that 5th game. They were already up, and then goes on to lose the 6th and 7th game. And then to make matters even worse, Warriors goes on to sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals. So basically, that's a championship for the Rockets if Chris Paul didn't land awkwardly at that moment. It's kind of sad to hear about that, because as we know now, the Rockets haven't made it further than they did. So with the 6th player, I have Kawhi Leonard. Y'all know the story in 2017 against the Warriors. We all know the Spurs were always a great team with Popovich there. They were always up there, in the West. It was the Western Conference Final, Game 1. And the Spurs were up by 21 points. And then Kawhi Leonard goes down.
Tighten up that sneaker and get out there. Leonard fires from the corner. And Leonard goes down again. And he's in pain again in front of the Spurs bench. Again, that's what they call all the time when you get your feet into the landing space of the shooter. That ankle taking a pounding here in the third quarter, one that was already sore.
Warriors goes on to come back from that 21-point lead and sweep the San Antonio Spurs and then win the championship. I'm not saying the Spurs would have beat him, but obviously it would have been totally different stories. As we know, Kawhi Leonard is one of the best players in the league. In my opinion, he's the best player. He makes a big impact on the team. So obviously with Kawhi on the floor, it would have been a completely different story. And then 7 and 8 is from this year. We all seen it. Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. Kevin Durant obviously goes down against the Rockets with the first injuries. That was the second round. He goes on to not play for the rest of the series against the Rockets, and he doesn't play against the Blazers as well, and comes back against the Raptors, I think in game 5, if I'm not mistaken, and then gets injured again with the Achilles injuries. We've all seen it, we all heard of it.
Ibaka trying to stay with Durant, knocks it away, and Durant's limping. Durant goes down holding his leg. Ibaka goes up and is fouled down the other end. And Durant grabbing that right leg. And credit Serge Ibaka. There's the play right away. He knew it.
You will not see a better sight than we just witnessed. Unfortunately, what happened to Kevin Durant, but Kyle Lowry, Pascal Siakam, Serge Ibaka telling the crowd, no, we are not going to cheer when this guy goes down. That's appreciation for greatness.
It was big time because obviously Kevin Durant is their best player. And then to make matters even worse, Klay Thompson gets injured as well.
Lowry gets past, falls down, lost the ball. Thompson running the floor, and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee, now writhing in pain. Klay Thompson obviously in some pain, so obviously needs help up. Danny Green's just trying to block that shot. That, as you said, Jeff, is not a dirty play. As soon as
the Warriors had the momentum in game 5 and game 6, and then Klay Thompson gets injured as well, so, and the Raptors win the championship. So yeah, these stories are crazy. It's a whole lot of what if. I want to know what y'all think about all of that. It takes everything to be perfect to win a championship, and it takes one mistake to ruin it all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what y'all think. Like I said, if you could drop a like for me, it would mean a lot. And if you want to follow me on Instagram and check my clothing brand, it will be all in the description. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Nick, you're stupid.
My baby, she flexing all up on my blessing. I get a flash, nigga, with buckets. We just seen her oven, we sent him that hat. And it been so long, so the vibe so dead. She saying a little text, so she let me hit it. In response to the text, nigga, but I read it. She told me she love me, nigga, after that. Yeah, run to the pack, little nigga, I don't know, are you gangsta? I don't know your gangsta. I don't know your intentions, so my energy, see you later. She said, oh my god, like Lil Key. And you giving me stress, maybe I don't need. She said that she love me, she fuck on my team. How you say that you love me and fuck on my team?